Good evening, everybody. Cheers. It's Louise Baker here, and I am also in Asheville. Here's to music. I'm welcoming you tonight to Keep Music Live Project. It's a wonderful consortium of folks that have gotten together in Asheville to present some live streaming concerts, which is pretty much what we have to do these days. So I first of all want to say a big thanks to Sally Sparks for helping put this broadcast together, and to the sponsors that include Dream Guitars, Streamside Concerts, Asheville Music School, Fretboard Journal, Deb Cornish Audio, and Baker Booking, of which I'm part of. And it's lovely that we're all working together to present these live stream concerts. I think you might have seen right before you came into the broadcast that there's some great shows coming up. And put on your calendar June 11th for Come Together Asheville. It's benefit for Asheville Music School. It's going to include a lot of your favorites, Mark O'Connor, David Wilcox, Alan Amy. So be sure to tune in and support that show as well. I'm very excited tonight to present Kipyn Martin, who is a very talented young songwriter that I met about 5 years ago at one of the Folk Alliance conferences that was held up in Charlottesville. There were a lot of performers doing their 15-minute showcases over the weekend, and I was taking notes and listening, and this young woman came in and started playing and singing with an incredible voice, really deep lyrics, and she sang a song called Keep Your Lantern Lit. She might do it tonight. And I thought, I'm not going to hear anything better than this whole weekend. And that was Kipyn Martin. That was my first impression of her. And over the years, I've followed her and lucky enough to start representing her a little over a year ago. And Kipyn lives up in the area just outside of Baltimore. She teaches, she tours, she is married, and she and her wife are expecting a little wonderful new delivery coming pretty soon. So we're very lucky that we're getting Kipyn to do this show tonight. When I hear Kipyn sing, sometimes I just feel the hair on the back of my arm go up because there's so much beauty and so much meaning in her songs. She has also toured with another talented singer, Allison Shapira, in a duo, and they do Joan and Joni shows. And you could close your eyes and Joni Mitchell and Joan Baez were in the room. Kipyn has a wide repertoire of songs that she's written, and she's a very accomplished guitarist and pianist. I'm just so thrilled to be able to work with Kipyn. And at this time when we all have to shelter at home and have our little beverages with us and be with someone that we can enjoy having the music with, it's very important to support these artists. Support this series. So thank you for coming in tonight to watch. I hope you'll support Kipyn and the series with the donation of whatever you can. It really means a lot. So without further ado, let's start the show. I hope you all will enjoy hearing Kipyn Martin. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Louise. Yeah, you might hear Keep Your Lantern Lit tonight. In fact, you might hear it right now. I'm going to go ahead and remove my headphones, but it is so good to see you all here tonight. Please feel free to mention that you're hanging out in the chat. I see a lot of you have already told me that you're here tonight, which is fantastic. Keep your lantern lit, won't you hold it high? Did we miss the train or was it standing by? Keep your lantern lit, darling, won't you hold it high? For so long she had her bags packed and always ready to go for someone who left her waiting at the station long ago. She said, keep your lantern lit, won't you hold it high? Did I miss the train or was it standing by? Keep your lantern lit, darling, won't you hold it high? A fugitive from himself was he. The last time here they met, he rushed right past her to the ticket line. On his way he went. He said, keep your lantern lit, won't you hold it high? Did I miss the train or was it standing by? Keep your lantern lit, darling, won't you hold it high? Something calls them to the station now, a whistle in the back of their mind. He hopes he'll catch her on her way somewhere. She hopes he won't leave her behind. They say keep your lantern lit, won't you hold it high? Did we miss the train or was it standing by? Keep your lantern lit, darling, won't you keep your lantern lit? Baby, won't you keep your lantern lit, darling, won't you hold it high? Okay, thank you so much for being here tonight, folks. I am not able to totally see how many folks are here, but I am able to see the those of you who are commenting in the chat. So it is lovely to see and hear from those of you who have announced yourselves here tonight. And greetings, Robert. Thank you for being here from New York. Excellent. Oh, it's great. Okay, good. I hope the comments will keep rolling in. That's great. It is my honor and pleasure to share a socially distanced concert for you tonight from my home in Frederick, Maryland, brought to you by the Keep Music Live project. I live here in Frederick with my wife and 2 kitty cats, and of course, as Louise mentioned, we have a little baby on the way. We actually thought the baby might be arriving yesterday, but it was just a false alarm, so we just said, maybe just wait until after Thursday night at 8 p.m. and then the baby can come into the world. But for now, we are here in this socially distanced concert together. So the songs you have heard tonight, the song you just heard and the songs you will hear tonight are original tunes. I'll share a song with you about coming through for each other. This is a tune that I wrote about a couple of friends of mine who really came through for me, and I think that during this unique time in our nation's history, I pray that each of us, if we are able, may be that person that comes through for and checks in on our brothers and sisters right now. Coming through in this in our country means a lot of different things. On the coronavirus front, it can mean staying socially distanced to protect our healthcare workers, and it can also mean working to help amplify the voices of people of color in the United States. I want to thank those on the front lines of the virus and those on the front lines of protest and advocacy right now. My prayer with this song that I'll share is that we may spend time reflecting on our true inner power, and if we are able to do so, to reflect on how we might wield that power to come through for others in need. This song is called Undone. I've got 2 ends of myself to tie together, stretched by endless tug of war. I've been pushed and pulled and pulled and pushed until this tether doesn't want to hold anymore. you show me how weathered ends they can wind into one? Won't you show me how to weave a circle from these lines? Show me to not come undone. Come undone. When I was tattered, fraying cord just strewn in the gravel, you saw workable twine. When I had a wound, split my heart and leave me to unravel, you said I'd be just fine. Won't you show me how weathered ends they can wind into one? And won't you show me how to weave a circle from these lines? Show me to not come undone. Come undone. Now I've got a place in the working shed, ready if you should need me instead. You made room for me, you lent me your time. I took your hand, now you can take mine. And I can be here now, be here in times when I always used to run. And I can be here now if something is weighing on your mind. And I can be here now, I promise I won't leave you behind. I promise to not come undone. Come undone. Come undone. Come undone. All right, thank you all so much. I should say, normally I would have a beverage in my hand. Right now I am doing the important thing of hydrating, so just pretend like this is just a lovely cocktail. Cheers to you, okay? Yes. So today on my Facebook page and Instagram, I posted a link to a document which lists organizations supporting the needs of vulnerable people of color in the United States. If you are able to, please feel free to make a donation to one of those organizations. Pardon me. And to find the link, feel free to visit facebook.com/Kipyn Martin Music, or search for me on Instagram. It's KIPYN. Yes, so Laurel and I are expecting our first child, and she is due in less than 20 days. We're technically due, I think, in 18 days now, which is really any time. And at the outset of our fertility journey last year, I was participating in an annual song contest with a particular set of requirements, and each year the requirements change. Last year's song contest guidelines were as follows. So One, the song must revolve around the concept of song contests. So that's pretty interesting right there. It's kind of a meta situation. The song also must contain the words challenge, requirements, song, contest, and prize. And there are bonus points every year if you can include the word monkey. And finally, the last guideline was that the song needed to include a positive aspect and a negative aspect of song contests. So this was my 2019 song contest entry called I Can't Keep Waiting. Waiting as in WAITING, which is definitely the finished product of this song was influenced by my journey into parenthood for sure. So yay, there's some monkeys. I love it. Thank you, Janice. Okay, so we've got some folks here all the way from Scotland. Thank you so much for tuning in, Craig. Must be like an interesting time of day there for you. Yes. Oh, thank you all for being here. Hi, Allison. Allison is my Joan and Joni partner. Check her out at AllisonShapira.com. Okay, so I can't keep waiting, literally. We double check the submission requirements for this contest we're in, me and my songwriter friends. We praise the righteousness of this positive stress, this challenge to oil the gears. But competition can bring out the worst in me, the crushing weight of the pressure of how I ought to be. So my fear and my doubt cast the creative out, till I'm stifled and silent for so long. But I hope this time that it's different, that I have something to show. 'Cause I can't keep waiting for the right time to say what I mean. Don't need a prize at the finish line, it just does me no good bottled up inside. With our heads in the clouds and our ears to the ground, we artists are charged with a task profound. We chronicle what it's like to be alive in our time, so it's always seemed strange to compete. And as our world keeps spiraling into greed, we're no longer moved by the suffering of those in need. This game reminds me again that we can pick up a pen, and if we aim for the heart, we can win. And the darkness is growing deeper, and we've got work to do. So I can't keep waiting for the right time to say what I mean. Don't need a prize at the finish line, it just does me no good bottled up inside. Oh, we have yet to learn how to leave this earth better than she was found. And every day I fear our children will ask, why did we monkey future? Or did your silence speak for you? So I can't keep waiting for the right time to say what I mean. Don't need a prize at the finish line. It just does me no good bottled up inside. Okay, so I ticked the boxes, and I even got the word monkey in there. So hopefully that got me some bonus points in that tune. Okay, thank you for those of us just joining us. Hey, Paul, thank you for being here, and thank you for hosting me tonight. Such a pleasure to be here. Well, as some of you know, the story of my wife and me sort of getting together, breaking up, and getting back together again is a sort of an example of the idea that love wins. A little later in the show, I'll play a song for you called "God Is Love," and you'll hear a little bit of our story there. But the song I'll share with you now is about the feeling of finding a home in someone or something. And I hope that we can all find comfort in the things that make us feel like we're home right now. A lot of us are home right now, so hopefully our dwelling place is a place of comfort, or maybe our family members, our pets, our friends, our spirituality, our favorite song, or our online community even. Oh, hey, Karen, thank you. Aw, thanks for being here, Karen. Karen was the best. Karen was the matron of honor at our wedding. But I hope that we can all find peace in the feeling of being home during this time of tumultuous happenings. So it's called Coming Home. Leave your burden by the door. All the falsities there beyond don't matter anymore. With one breath in and out again, let life return to your eyes. Coming home. Lean your body into mine. Let silent music between us play, our hearts keep in time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, dancing so tenderly. We find release in each other's arms. Coming home. Coming home. the sting to the place where once my heart did lie, and bitter still the stinging question in my mind: will the strength of our love survive? I hear your key as the locks recline. You close the door and speak my name as our eyes align. We see ourselves as we're meant to be. Always savor this feeling of coming home, coming Well, happy Pride Month, everyone. Sweet. Thanks, Ellen. Yes, I will cheers you again as I hydrate. Fantastic. I'm so glad to be here with you tonight. This is kind of a bittersweet moment for me. This is the final live stream that I have planned prior to the arrival of our child. So this is my last concert before becoming a parent. Scott. Trapped at home. Yeah, that's it. That's the version. That's fantastic. For those of you who are able to see the live comments, yeah, my friend Scott just said the quarantine version of coming home should be trapped at home. Yeah, that's most of us indeed. Thank you, Scott. Oh. Yes, I am savoring this last live stream as well, Ellen. So this is the end of an era of being a performer prior to parenthood. So the only real difference I imagine will be the dark circles under my eyes for the for the concerts that will follow parenthood. So yeah, I'm appreciating my consciousness right now and my energy level. So. Yes, lovely to be here with you as well during Pride Month. So I know we have a couple of dates that are coming up on the horizon for Keep Music Live project. I know Louise mentioned a concert, or excuse me, a series, a sort of a festival next Thursday, June 11th. But I also want to mention that on Saturday, June 13th at 8:30 p.m., Isis Restaurant and Music Hall will be live streaming Chris Matthews and Heather May's Singing Out tour. So I love what they said about their tour because, of course, many of their live shows were canceled. They said, because Pride must go on, they're doing a live tour. So they're actually performing their Singing Out show for a lot of different venues, and so one of those venues will be Isis Restaurant Music Hall in Asheville, North Carolina. So that is Saturday, June 13th at 8:30 p.m. So if you visit Isis Restaurant Music Hall's website, you can find information on that live stream. That will be a powerhouse Pride celebration by two gorgeous, empowered queer songwriters, one of whom, Chris Matthews, happens to also be a North Carolina native So if you are fans of Chris and Heather, check it out. If you are not yet fans of Chris and Heather, check them out. Feel free to visit isisasheville.com to find information on that show. Yes, Ellen, you are correct. I was going to be the opener for that show live, and now, of course, they will be doing that on online streaming, so I will be a happy attendee. I'll have a newborn, and I'll be watching the show. It'll be fun. Just kidding. I don't know when the baby's coming, but I imagine maybe I will. So I'll share a song that I wrote about an experience that I had in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, with a faith-based community there. This is sort of my pride song. And it's called God is Love. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Ice winds blew across the summer sky as the wellspring of a mother's love ran dry. The love letters neath her daughter's bed were written by another woman's hand. Explain these, but how does one explain when the heart names its beloved? Inside the holy book the mother brandished high, the girl could have sworn that she'd read that God is love and love abides, and when we meet with the rejected, that our arms can open wide. And God is love and love is kind, and when ideas steeped in fear close our hearts, we can open our minds. The forsaken, oh, she sought to ease her pain and to warm the frozen blood within her veins. The walls of stone at the meeting house gave way to let her in, and folks with smiling eyes and lit candles in their hearts, no explanation did they demand. And the pastor wept with her inside the sacred place, where she learned to understand that God is love and love abides, and when we meet with the rejected, that our arms can open wide. God is love, love is kind, and when ideas steeped in fear close our hearts, we can change our minds. Weary travelers all are we. I am that girl and each of you are me. A hearthstone too does our heart possess, and the choice there to rest or run, and judgment's cruel nature tends to cast away, making enemies and exclusions, but there's no gavel grasp inside an outstretched hand, and no rending at the conclusion that God is love, and love abides. And when we meet with the rejected, that our arms can open wide. God is love, and love is kind. And when ideas steeped in fear close our hearts, we can open and change our minds. Thank you all so much. A pleasure to share that song with you, yes. And on the subject of opening ourselves, I want to also mention that this Saturday, June 6th at 5 p.m., one of my friends and fellow DC area songwriters, Lea Morris, will host a live stream called Hearts Open for Humanity. She says in her description of the event, she says, quote, "Lift your voice with your loved ones or community and choose from this moment forward to be shoulder to shoulder with your fellow human beings for love, for equity, for justice, for hope." For more information on her live stream, feel free to visit her Facebook page at facebook.com/thisisLea, L-E-A. I will be there. I hope to see you there as well. Okay. I'll share a tune with you that's strangely enough inspired by an experience I had on Facebook, actually. So, all right. I can see a couple of you here in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. So this tune was inspired by the suggested friends list on Facebook, and it's interesting. Sometimes it's hard to tell what will pop up in your suggested friends list on Facebook. Plenty of folks we probably don't want to see. It's like, there's a reason I'm not friends with this person. Thank you for suggesting them, Facebook, but I purposely am avoiding them. Thanks. But there are also suggested friends that pop up sometimes, and you think, I haven't thought about that person in a long time. And that was the inspiration for this tune. This is called Violet. Desire so strong for you. turn the seas inside of me. Violet, try as I may, I don't regret. When we came of age, on the darkened stage, how we kissed. Oh, how we kissed, though your heart was elsewhere sworn. Oh, you know I'd chance the other scorn. 'Cause every time we touch was a child reborn. Oh, a new gravity had brought me to my knees. Though I never tried, I know I couldn't have broken free. Desire so strong for you, it turned the seas inside of me. Past you today, walking with your husband and your children, and I can't help but think of what might have been. Oh, the hands of fate, you know they cut the line between us. But it's amazing how some feelings withstand. I'd hidden in you some secret pieces of me. You planted in me something growing, something free. Violet, how could I forget? How you used to dance, when you would dance just for me. Just for me. I wish I'd had the chance to say, oh, before you walked away, how grateful I was for every day. Oh, a new gravity had brought me to my knees. Though I never tried, I know I couldn't have broken free. Desire so strong for you, it turned the seas inside of me. How could I forget? Yes. So hopefully your suggested friends list experiences will be more like that and less like your ex-husband or wife or, you know, their friend who harassed you after your divorce. I don't know. This is probably a better situation there. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I played a song for you about a community in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. For those of you I do not know, I actually, I'll share this with you. I grew up in West Virginia. I grew up in Charlestown, West Virginia, which is the next town over from Shepherdstown. And that is right on the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, which is close to the DC area. So the only other town in the county there, Shepherdstown, Charlestown, is Harper's Ferry, which is, of course, a Civil War historic district there. And there is a lot of really interesting history. There's the abolitionist John Brown's raid happened there, and it's also located upon the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah Rivers, which, if you have not been there, it is worth putting on your bucket list. I hope you'll take it from me. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world. And it's not just because I grew up there. It just really is one of the most beautiful places in the world. And I wrote this tune there, overlooking the confluence in Harper's Ferry as the sun was going down and the birds were singing. And this is what came out. This is called Nightbird. Be the last lamentation, for my heart has lingered long, enchanted by a strange incantation. Growing weary, remaining strong. I heard the call of a night bird, singing sweetly so. The heart of a night bird, swore she sang my song. For 10 long years, my dear, my darling, I wished that I could comfort you. I ran my hands across your darkness, from wanting warmth long overdue. Heard the call of a night bird, tenderness I'd deliver. I'd keep you safe and hold you near. I heard the call of a night bird singing sweetly so. Held the heart of a night bird, swore she sang my song. All right, so that's from my first album, which most of which was actually written where I wrote that song in Harper's Ferry. I just sat outdoors and overlooked the water and listened to the birds and wrote a bunch of music. That's a pretty magical place. So I encourage you to visit once we are out of quarantine. I encourage you to visit the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. It's nestled pretty close there to wine country in northern Virginia, so if you make a winery tour out of it, it's a pretty good time. Let's see, I'll play a couple more tunes for you here, including a song about driving around and just kind of doing nothing. It's a thing that I think my wife and I took for granted when we were younger. We didn't, well, for two reasons. One, we didn't understand our carbon footprint at the time, and the fact that we were burning a bunch of gasoline, but also just the feeling of being a teenager and not having real world responsibilities, and being able to just ride around and listen to songs and feel free and have the wind blowing through our hair and all of that good stuff. But my next car will be, fingers crossed, will be an electric vehicle, so we can hopefully resume our car rides around with little guilt. This tune is called, as Lawrence already mentioned in the chat here, it's called Madeline. Your first sweet ride, that model built in 92. We drove all around our hometown in that car your parents bought for you. Carefree were we, Madeline, the wind was blowing through our hair. It's now just a memory, Madeline, for now our days are fraught with care, and our worries climb from day to day, and I suggest we get away. And I recall one summer day when a song came on your radio, and we sang along, sweet Madeline, with words we'd only heard before. And that day things changed, sweet Madeline, 'cause my voice was ringing strong and clear, yeah. Oh, I've never felt this way before. It was coming from my heart sincere. You are a dream became a dream to me. You sang along in harmony. Ooh, oh Madeline, let's take a ride. We'll play the music loud, we got plenty of time to get nowhere in particular singing. Oh Madeline, I often ride down that winding highway in my mind. I hope that one day we'll arrive at the crossroads with reality. So on summer days at day's end, when of working we have done our share, kinda like tonight. The wind is whispering in the trees, and the fireflies, they dance on air. Come away, sweet Madeline, 'cause my soul, it feels like dancing too. Yeah, it does, my baby. Or just take those keys in this hand of mine. It don't matter where we're driving to, no. Let the destination be unknown. Just start her up and let her go. Ooh, oh Madeline, let's take a ride. We'll roll the windows down, we got plenty of time to get nowhere in particular singing. Ooh, sing with me, Madeline, let's do it. Ooh, last time. Oh man, I'm thinking about what that's going to be like with a kiddo around. Man, Laurel, we are going to need to take a ride in the electric vehicle every so often. We're going to need to drop the kid off at G-Paw's house and then go for a ride, man. So the baby has not been born yet, Lucy. Thank you for asking. Thanks for harmonizing. Yeah. I could like feel it. I could feel it from your living room to mine, to my music studio. That's sweet. Excellent. All right, I'll play. Let's see. I'll play one more tune for you. I want to thank some folks. So thank you so much to the Keep Music Live project for hosting tonight's concert and for doing what you are all doing to foster this online community at a time when we need it most. Of course, the organization's Streamside Concerts, Acoustic Journeys concert series, Dream Guitars, Asheville Music School, Deb Cornish Audio, Fretboard Journal, and Baker Booking. Of course, for more information regarding the upcoming Keep Music Live project concerts, please visit their Facebook page. You can visit facebook.com/keepmusicliveproject. Again, the Come Together Asheville Festival is not tonight, but next Thursday. So feel free to RSVP to that online there. Special thanks tonight to Sally Sparks, Paul Humeler, and Louise Baker at Baker Booking for making tonight's show happen. And thank you for tuning in. So there are lots of online shows you could have attended, and we are very thankful and honored that you chose to spend part of your night here with us. If you have enjoyed the music you've heard tonight, feel free to like and follow me at facebook.com/Kipyn Martin Music. My first name is spelled Kipyn. I'm the only one making music in the United States at this time, so that's pretty helpful if you need to find the spelling of my name, or if you need to find me anywhere really online, you can just type in Kipyn, and then I should come right up. Now, it's also helpful in of course, visiting those virtual tip jars, which I'm sure you've seen flashing across the screen tonight. If you have enjoyed the songs All of this has been original material. If you've enjoyed the songs, please feel free to visit the tip jar if you're able, and to make a contribution there. It is always appreciated, and little baby Martin will also appreciate that. It's my pleasure, Al. I'm so glad you all could be here with us tonight. We'll close the tune out with the title for my latest album, which is a song called Dance Across the Sky. And I want to dedicate this to the families of those who have been affected by COVID-19, and to the some 100,000 folks we have lost. Thanks again, folks. Been running now, heading straight on into the unknown. Oh, it's strange how mystery's hands can build the walls of stone that keep me out from answers within. Where did you go? Where have you been? Was that your voice upon the wind, saying there's nothing standing in your way, and it's open air and you're free to fly. I know you're gonna be okay, and in time your soul will dance across the sky. Tears coming down, heavy and slow like a summer rain. Oh, it's strange how memories give and take away the pain. The love that you taught, the lessons you gave. This moment is yours, never hesitate. No, don't let it go to waste. And there's nothing standing in your way, and it's open air and you're free to fly. I know you're gonna be okay, and in time your soul will dance across the sky. I know someday that I'll trace the path you traveled down, 'cause transformation is the fate of every living thing. And I think of you each time my eyes are blessed to land upon a swallowtail on the wing. Friends come around, ready to shoulder up our grief. Oh, it's strange how suffering's end can offer some relief. Yeah, there are some things we can't overcome. Your body was just a setting sun. Oh, but your journey has just begun. And there's nothing standing in your way, and it's open air and you're free to fly. All right, friends, love and light to you all. I will see you on the other side of parenthood, and I hope you will all stay safe and healthy throughout the rest of the quarantine until I see you again. And yeah, thanks again so much for being here. If you've enjoyed the music, feel free to visit facebook.com/Kipyn Martin Music. And we'll see you again soon.